of our brand new 2021 Ford Mustang GT. All right, so here she is, you guys, the new 2021 Ford Mustang GT. It's been a while, my friend. I miss you. Anyway, so let's go ahead and start with the new colors for the 2021 model year. Antimatter blue metallic is new, grabber yellow, and carbonized gray metallic. As far as the deleted colors go, that will include grabber lime, magnetic metallic, and Kona blue. There's always different colors every single year for the Mustang, so I always like to mention that. But anyways, let's go ahead and start up front now of this S550 Mustang GT. Matte black upper and lower front grills with the chrome pony logo, which of course can be swapped out with the black accent package that goes for $995, and that will swap out all of the chrome logos for black ones in case anybody was curious. To the sides, LED headlights with LED signature lighting does come standard. Of course, those LED headlights do come with the automatic feature, meaning when it starts to get dark out at night, they will turn on automatically for you there. LED fog lights just below, and LED daytime running lights then as well. Essentially LEDs all the way around there, so that's pretty nice. Performance pack front lip, if you were to go with the performance pack that we do indeed have here today, like I was mentioning. And if you look up top, I'll get a little closer here for you guys, these hood vents, they are actually functional as well, so that is pretty cool. So let out some of that heat from that big old V8 that we got under the hood there. But now let's go ahead and make our way to the side of the Mustang GT here. And so starting with the windows, black window surrounds do come standard, chrome 5.0 badging on the front fender, and again can be swapped out to black with the black accent package. Body colored power adjustable side mirrors do come standard. If you were to go with the premium that we have here today, that is going to add to those side mirrors heated side mirrors, also pony projection lights which illuminate the pony logo onto the ground at night. Of course, you're not going to be able to see it right now, unfortunately, but that is definitely pretty cool. Taking a look down at the wheel setup, 18 by 8 inch machine faced aluminum alloys is going to be the standard setup. That is not what you're looking at right now, of course, though, because we have the performance package, that is going to bump that up to 19 by 9 inches in the front and 19 by 9.5 inches in the back. So it is a staggered fitment, meaning you're not going to be able to rotate this particular setup, but it is going to give you better grip since it does have a wider wheel and tire combination in the back, and of course better handling to go along with that as well. And there are some other wheel options out there if you wanted to go ahead and spec that up on Ford's website if you wanted to. But now let's go ahead and make our way to the back of the GT here. All right, so starting up top, shark fin antenna body colored, of course. Just below that, rear spoiler, and this is a lifted rear spoiler that is specific to the performance package that we have today. As far as the standard rear spoiler, it's actually just a rear deck lid spoiler, much smaller, that comes standard on this one. There is a spoiler delete that is completely free if you wanted to spec it that way. That is definitely going to be an option there for you as well. Just below that, that chrome GT logo again is going to be swapped out with the black accent package, or you can just leave it there if you wanted to. As far as the taillights go, they are LED sequential taillights. So I'm going to turn the turn signal on to show you guys actually what I mean when I say sequential. Essentially, it's going to look like the taillights are sliding from one side to the other. I love that look on the Mustang, gotta be honest. Performance pack specific rear diffuser down below here. It's much more aggressive rear diffuser as you would get otherwise. And to the sides, dual exhaust outlets with quad tips. So having said that, before we do the exhaust clip, I also wanted to mention there's an active valve performance exhaust system that goes for $895 from the factory. But having said that, there's also plenty of aftermarket systems that are available for the Mustang. I personally had the AWE Touring Catback exhaust system, which I absolutely loved. It uses an H pipe as opposed to an X pipe that a lot of others use, but I absolutely loved it. But nonetheless, do believe you guys know what we have to do next. We don't have that active valve performance exhaust today, but either way, here is that exhaust clip. All right, so since we are around back of the Mustang GT, when it comes to opening that rear trunk, there is a button on the key fob if you wanted to use that. There's also a button located just above the rear license plate that's kind of hidden, which a lot of people don't know about if you don't own a Mustang, so I wanted to mention that as well. And there is a button by the driver's side left knee as well. But once opened up, cargo capacity comes in at 13.5 cubic feet for the fastback, a little bit less for the convertible, coming in at 11.4 cubic feet. If that was not enough space, though, there is a 50-50 split, meaning the rear seats do fold down for actually a decent amount of space. I've actually fit 4 aftermarket wheels and tires back there with the seats folded down, which I then swapped out later on. So it is a decent amount of space, I will say that. As far as the rear legroom goes, that comes in at an even 29 inches for the fastback, a little bit more for the convertible, coming in at 29.2. So for reference, I'm an even 6 feet tall. There's really no possible way I could be comfortable back there, but maybe small children. I would see small children definitely being able to fit back there, but not a whole lot of space, to be honest. But then making our way up to the front seat, 6-way power adjustable driver's seat does come standard. I like that it's 6-way power adjustable. Usually with the standard setups, you don't get that. You usually get manual, so that's pretty cool. Power lumbar also coming standard, by the way, as well. 4-way power adjustable passenger seat coming standard as well. You almost never see that coming standard, so that's pretty cool. Cloth seating with the Mustang logo towards the top is going to be the standard setup. However, leather front seats do come standard with the premium, so therefore that is what you guys are looking at right now. Heated and ventilated front seats, also standard with the premium. I was loving that. Recaro bucket seats is going to be an option that goes for $1,595. However, that does eliminate the heated and ventilated front seats, but still those Recaro seats are going to be leather wrapped once again with a little added bolstering for, you know, going around the turns a little bit faster. But overall, these leather seats are very comfortable. I will say even the cloth seating that I had in my old Mustang was extremely comfortable as well, so really no issues with any of the seat comfort there. Then take a look at the steering wheel. It is tilt and telescoping. It is leather wrapped. That does come standard. It is heated if you were to go with the 401A package, so that heated steering wheel is going to be an option. However, doesn't come standard though. But so then making our way to the startup, let me start by showing you guys the key here. You do have your Pony logo on the one side, and when you flip it over, unlocking that button to pop the rear hatch. However, it is all keyless entry with a push button start. So all I'm going to do here is simply put my foot on the brake and clutch and press that engine start button located just in front of the shifter there. And so, but then once started up, when it comes to the gauges, it is going to differ depending upon which option that you go with. For example, what you are currently looking at is the standard gauge configuration, which I don't mind. It's not bad. It's nothing that's going to blow you away or anything. But the cool thing is about that, you can change the colors at night. It does have to be nighttime for that feature to work, but I actually changed mine to green when I had my Need for Green Mustang, but you can change it to whatever color you want. So that is pretty cool. But there is an optional 12-inch digital gauge cluster, fully digital, fully customizable with the 401A package yet again. So that is probably going to be your best configuration up there. It's definitely what I would recommend to go with. But either way, you can change all the colors and make it customizable. But also up there, let me show you guys, there's actually some steering wheel mounted controls on the right side of the steering wheel. You can, of course, check out your Trip A, Trip B, all that boring stuff, but there's also track apps. That's the one I wanted to mention to you guys. Specifically, the acceleration timer I used all the time in my Mustang. So you do have to put it in track mode for that actual work. So just put it in track mode. That eliminates the traction control. But then you just hit the 0 to 60. I usually used automatic start, so it essentially just automatically started once you hit the gas, and then you can see how quickly you can get up to 60, and it'll tell you 4.7 or whatever your 0 to 60 time is. That was my best one on the street at least, but that is definitely a very cool feature. And of course, there's 0 to 100, there's your quarter-mile timer, and there's some other statistics up there as well. Brake performance, that's where you're going to access your launch control and so on. So definitely a very cool setup. I love that the Mustang has that. But now let's go ahead and make our way to overall interior quality. Somebody always asks me first thing, no moonroof. Unfortunately, there's no moonroof for the Mustang. It's just the way it works. Auto dimming rear view mirror does come standard. I love that it's frameless as well in our premium Mustang that we have here today. It's pretty cool. Dual zone climate control does come with the premium. Also aluminum foot pedals with the premium. You do not get that with the base fastback. Premium door trim with the premium. Go with that premium word yet again. Universal garage doors as well. Multicolor ambient lighting with the premium. However, I will say there is an option that you can get it with the base fastback, as I did, and I love that ambient lighting. I essentially had everything green on the inside. It was stinking cool, so I do like the multicolor ambient lighting in this thing. But overall interior quality isn't going to blow you away, but it definitely gets the job done, and it's really what's under the hood that makes this car so stinking special. But interior quality was just fine for me when I owned it. I didn't have a problem with it. But now let's make our way to the infotainment screen, because again, this is going to differ depending on which setup that you go with. And so the base fastback is going to give you an extremely small 4.2-inch LCD screen, which nobody wants. But if you wanted what you were looking at right now, which is an 8-inch color touchscreen display FORD Sync 3 system, you need to either get the premium that we have today, or it is going to be optional with the base fastback, which I got with the 301A package. The reason that you want this screen is because, of course, you get Bluetooth and audio streaming either way, but Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you only get with this 8-inch screen and not the 4.2-inch one, meaning you can hook up your smartphone and therefore you have free navigation up on that screen, as well as the ability to like and dislike your Pandora songs, which always worked beautifully for me when I have my Mustang. So that is why I recommend that, just for the free navigation essentially. But factory navigation system is going to be optional, although you really don't need it if you have a smartphone anyways. You can of course check out your climate control settings up there as well, along with your radio information. So of course there are 3 different sound systems for the Mustang GT here. The base sound system is going to be 6 speakers. Then there is an optional 9-speaker sound system that comes with the premium that we have today. It's going to be optional for the base. That's the one I had in my base fastback back in the day. That one actually was really nice. I didn't mind that one. But then there is a 12-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system that is going to be optional for only the premium Mustang GT. So having said that, we do actually have that 9-speaker sound system here today. So what do you guys say? I'm going to turn back on the car here and let's test out that 9-speaker sound system that we do indeed have here today. I already know what that sound system sounds like. I was just having some fun there. But yeah, the 9-speaker sound system really is quite good when you really put it to its limits, especially on Sirius XM, which we didn't have right there for whatever reason. But anyways, last thing I wanted to mention to you guys on that infotainment screen is when you do put the Mustang in reverse, you will of course find a rear view camera that does come standard across the board, letting you know who or what is behind you, which is always going to lead us into safety. And so front side curtain airbags do come standard. Driver's knee airbag up front as well. In the back, you're going to have latch, aka lower anchors and tethers for children for the rear car seats. Tire pressure monitoring system also comes standard. Automatic high beams is going to be optional if you wanted to go that route, and adaptive cruise control is going to be coming standard with the safe and smart package that goes for $725. So that is going to be there for you as well. But in the end, when it comes to my final thoughts of the Ford Mustang GT, if you are looking for that amazing feeling in your gut when you hit the gas, if you are looking for really good handling actually as well, insanely good braking, wonderful driving dynamics all around, definitely go with this thing. It is insanely fun to drive. You have some great performance options. Performance package is definitely one I would recommend. I actually had that on my old Mustang GT. Definitely one I would recommend, and along with the magnetic ride suspension, definitely go with that too. But interior quality is not the best. I guess that's one of the constructive criticisms I would mention on this one. But then again, that's not really what this car is known for. It's not a luxury car, it's a performance car, and that is definitely what it lives up to. But honestly, in the end, the reason I got mine, this is, in my opinion at least, the best bang for your buck at this particular price range. So that is why I always like to recommend